Uh, doesn't matter now, does it?
Well, it matters because I asked. I like to know who's calling. I like to kind of get an understanding of the people who call up just for conversation's sake. So it does matter. It wouldn't, if I asked, it matters. So why so defensive over a simple question like that, sir?
I'll go ahead and unmute myself because you just muted me.
Right.
So as a lawyer, and
Okay, let's try this again, sir. Let's try it again. I asked you where you're from. You're a white male. And I wanted to know where you're from. And you just kind of dismissed that. And we don't do that here. Okay? I'm being very respectful, ask you a very respectful question, and I'm going to have to get a respectful response. You're not going to dismiss me. Now go ahead. Let's try it again. Now, where are you from, sir?
all right. So your question is, where am I from?
Yes.
All right. So I am from Florida.
Got it. Where did your family immigrate from?
Can you define what part of my family?
Your mother and father is only two people that birthed you.
Got you. And they were also born here in America.
Let's try it one more time.
You can ask the same question and get the same
If
answer.
you're a white person, they immigrated from somewhere. Where did your mother and father immigrate from?
Again, they were both born here.
Okay. White people are not aboriginal to this land.
If you
So,
want to ask a better question, I can answer that.
okay, no. Put the mayonnaise and the asparagus down for 1 second. I don't know why you're ashamed of your background, but you shouldn't be ashamed. And I want people to understand a lot of people are ashamed of their European backgrounds. This is why they play this little defensive game right here. I want black folks to see this. A lot of these people are very ashamed of where they had to immigrate from. So, sir, I'm not trying to bring up old wounds, just trying to get an understanding here for the sake of conversation. Why are you ashamed to specify where your family came from?
Well, if you ask where my family came from, I can answer that. That's not what you asked me.
Sir, these are not trick questions. Your mammy and your pappy immigrated here from some part of Europe, and you're ashamed to say where. Okay? Why is that?
So, are you going to let me answer the question, or are you going to mute
I,
me?
I'm not going to let you babble. This is not babble.
Okay, so to answer your question directly, my parents were born in America. If you want to ask where my family's from,
Okay, let's try it. You're doing the semantics game. When I say parents, that means grandparents, great grandparents. I don't have to specify. You know what I'm saying. Where did your parents come from? Grandparents, great grandparents, or whoever. You
so
know
what?
what?
Yeah,
Okay,
Tariq,
okay.
Tariq, I'd be glad to answer that. You should have just asked me. Um,
You just doing.
my
Go ahead.
my family, beyond my mother and father, are from the Middle East.
There you go. Both of both sides from the Middle East.
That's correct, sir.
Okay. What part of is it Persia? Where in the Middle East?
Well, it's now called Israel.
Israel. Okay. So both of them are from Israel.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Okay, there we go. So now, what's your question, sir?
So my question is, not an expert on this area, so just want to ask the question, and hopefully I can get enlightened. Um, why is there such a divide amongst foundational Black Americans and those who immigrate here? And I understand the overview, I think, to the best of my knowledge, not being able to fully understand it, but I'd like your take a little bit, being a first time listener,
Right.
on the difference, and I don't want to say divisiveness, but just the difference between the foundational Black Americans, and it seems to me, and I could be wrong, so please correct me, that foundational Black Americans seem not to look highly upon Blacks who immigrate or have immigration status more recent than them. Is that correct, sir?
No, that's not it. No, no,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no. Right now, there is no real divide. There's not a divide. There's not a divide whatsoever. What we've been doing in the last few weeks, we just been having a lot of online conversations, kind of a family talk because I'm still family with any black person from Africa or the Caribbean.
Okay.
And there's been online discussions. There's no divide. We all still rock with each other. I'm out here in Atlanta right now visiting, filming. I've been rocking with Caribbean and African brothers ever since I've been here. So we're still family. But among certain online sectors and rooms, we're having discussions about certain levels of disrespect. I'll say that because this is family business. And I don't like to bring others into a lot of our family discussions like that because this is family business.
Sure.
And me and Foundational Black Americans and African brothers and sisters from the diaspora, we're good. We're still in a good space. But we are talking about our lineage as Foundational Black Americans because right now we are really pushing a reparations claim. So when it comes to deciding who's getting what, we got to make all of this very clear. So we're clearing a lot of stuff up right now. So when we start getting our tangibles, there won't be any confusion. So that's what this is about. This is what the root of a lot of this stuff is. So it's just a family discussion. Everybody's good gravy. We good to go, but we're fine. There's no real disconnect. All right.
Understood. Uh,
Thank you so. Thank you so much. See, this is family. I don't really want to discuss family business like that with other folks. This is family business. Okay. Let's be very clear. Because one of the problems is when we have little family disputes, a lot of outsiders will come in and try to exploit that. We got to not let that happen. You see, I remember because we've been having these discussions, and look, people keep their eyes on these discussions. I remember when a lot of this stuff was going down about a year or so ago, a lot of these online discussions about foundational Black Americans and diasporan people, some people from Fox, they wanted me to get on TV and start dumping on Black immigrants. They wanted me to do that. I'm like, hell no. Don't ever ask me to do no nonsense like that. Ever. That's not going to happen at all. This is a family dispute that we're having. And I won't even call it a dispute, just a family discussion, because a lot of brothers and sisters from the diaspora, they're rocking. They feel where we're coming from. They understand that we do have a lineage of as foundational Black Americans, and that lineage should be respected the way we respect theirs. So this is just a family discussion. It's not a beef. Now you got a couple of knuckleheads who try to call up and they feel a certain way, but just like in your family, you got some people that you gotta put some straightening to. All right.